Interphase Video Productions is proud to present the High School Basketball Game of the Week, brought to you by Tiberio's Ristorante, Community Action and Litter Prevention, Wentz Fletcher Insurance, OhioHills.com, Heston's Auto Service and Used Cars, Don's Furniture, Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips, The Friendly Bremen Bank, BW3s, Custom Travel, Fairfield Christian Church, JPL Insurance, and Tiki Bowling Lanes.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Ohio State Fairgrounds Exposition Center, where tonight the Lancaster Golden Gales take on the Westerville North Warriors. I'm Andy Rice, and with me tonight is Tim Welsh. And Tim, we've got one of those ball games where we've got two teams playing each other in a tournament after playing each other twice during the regular season, and it's a 1-1 situation.
Yeah, in December, of course, Westerville North came in and beat Lancaster by 4 points. I think the key to that game is they hit some early threes, according to Coach Greathouse anyway, and they had a kid named Rodman that had 20 and a kid named Volan that had 12 that night. The exact opposite happened on the 19th of January when Lancaster went up to Westerville and played them. Volan had only 7 points and Rodman had only 8. It was a much more defensive battle. In fact, Lancaster held Westerville North to only 12 points in the second half of that game.
Well, if anybody knows Jack Greathouse and his teams, you know that defense is the key of the game, and that's going to be one of the things that they're going to be looking at and for tonight. We're going to take a short timeout. When we come back, we'll take a look at our starting lineups, but first we're going to take this timeout.
You can buy your insurance from an 800 number, but do you know that person? And will they be there when you need them? At Wentz Fletcher, a motorist insurance agency, you know who you are dealing with. You see them in the community, and when you call, you deal with a person, not a machine. Wentz Fletcher and Motorist Insurance. You've known us for nearly 30 years. Call us at 653-5535 with your insurance questions. We can help. Wentz Fletcher Insurance, 1601 East Main Street, Lancaster. Only at Don's Furniture in Lancaster can you get great buys like this traditional living room group with sofa, love seat, 3 tables, and 2 lamps, plus the pillows for just $7.99. Or this full-size futon with mattress for only $158. Or this multicolor heavy-duty bunk bed, perfect for a growing family at $188. All this and more at Don's Furniture and Mattress Showroom, 1118 East Main Street in Lancaster. Or visit them on the web at www.donsfurniture.com. By now, everyone knows the best Italian dining is located in the heart of downtown Lancaster at Tiberio's Ristorante. So we thought we would take a moment and show you what you'll find at Tiberio's. Need we say more? For a taste of Italy right in the heart of downtown Lancaster, Tiberio's Ristorante. If you want reliable high-speed internet services, call OhioHills.com. OhioHills.com is a regional company that is big on customer service. So when you call, you'll talk to a person, not a recording.
Hi, I'm Laura Hofstetter, owner of OhioHills.com. And you have my personal guarantee that we'll do everything we can to earn and keep your business. Providing high-speed digital internet services with local access for Central and Southeast Ohio. Call OhioHills.com or visit our website at www.ohiohills.com.
We're back at the Fairgrounds Coliseum. Andy Rice and Tim Welsh, and let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. First for the Lancaster Golden Gales, led by their senior quarterback on the floor, Brad Beatty. He's going to be taking charge out there as the Gales try to advance here in the first round. Josh Laver is the other guard amongst the 3 guards that the Gales run out there. Kyle Greathouse is really the shooting guard, but not kind of been held down a little bit this year. I think Dad getting him more into the concept of the team game. Chad McKnight plays in the post. Matt Alvis, the senior, is going to get the nod tonight in the starting lineup, at least from what we understand. For Westerville North, they're going to run out Chris Dorsey, Matt Voland, Mike Newman, Cliff McGowan and Anthony Rodman, and you got to watch out because they got some height in the middle, 6'9" and 6'8" in the middle. That's a couple of guys we're going to have to watch out for. We're just a couple of minutes away from tip-off. We're going to be back with tonight's game, but first we're going to take this timeout.
It's almost Easter, which means Lenten specials at Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips. Try the 2-piece original or the seasoned shrimp. And backed by popular demand, oysters. Or try our delectable white meat chicken. Lenten time or any time is the right time for Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips. 732 North Memorial Drive, Lancaster. Custom Travel, located at 612 Forest Rose Avenue in Lancaster, is your full-service travel agency. Their qualified staff has over 30 years of combined experience at finding the best rates on cruises, tours, airline tickets, hotels, and car rentals. They can provide assistance with your group travel plans. Local boys basketball teams travel to their holiday tournaments using Custom Travel. Why not book your next trip with Fairfield County's most trusted travel agency?
Without a travel agent, you're on your own.
Russell Johnson, Senior Pastor of Fairfield Christian Church, invites you to join the church family every Sunday morning for a celebration of praise and worship. We offer many ministry opportunities for children, teens, and adults. We look forward to extending a warm greeting to you. Fairfield Christian Church, a grace place where you are very welcome. Auto insurance. Everyone needs it. JPL Insurance Agency and Ohio Mutual Group can provide you with the finest in auto insurance. Whether you drive an economy compact or luxury sedan, JPL and Ohio Mutual can provide you with the protection you need at an affordable cost. For all your insurance needs, auto, home, business, or commercial, call the JPL Insurance Agency and ask about Ohio Mutual Group. Call 536-7326 today.
Back at the Coliseum, where tonight the Golden Gales take on the Westerville North Warriors, and we'd like to thank our sponsors for coming aboard. We, of course, have had all season long Tiberio's and Don's Furniture, Wentz Fletcher Insurance, OhioHills.com, Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips, Heston's, and, of course, Tiki Bowling Lanes has done our player of the game. But we'd also like to thank our new tournament sponsors, BW3s, Custom Travel, the Fairfield Christian Church, the Friendly Bremen Bank, and JPL Insurance. We certainly appreciate them jumping aboard and helping us bring you tonight's tournament game between the Gales and the Warriors. The Gales in their dark navy blues and the Warriors in their whites, and there has been a couple of changes in the lineup from what we first had been told. George Cooper will start at a forward for Westerville North, and Will Smith, number 32, will run at one of the guards. So Mike Newman and Chad McKnight are in the center to tip, and the ball is controlled by Dorsey, and tonight's game is underway. And tonight's opening tip-off has been brought to you by the Notestone CPA firm. Visit them on the web at notestonecpa.com or give them a call. And, of course, Damon and his staff will be more than happy to take care of you with all of your needs pertaining to tax time. And we get a ball tipped out of bounds. And, Tim, you mentioned in the two meetings there was one offensive game and one defensive game, and I think that's really going to determine who's going to win this ball game tonight.
Well, the defense will certainly keep the Gales in it, or whatever team is playing the better defense will stay in the ball game. You'll look for Westerville North to try to pack it inside to the big fellas. They've got some great height. In fact, they don't have their 6'8" swingman Cliff McGowan in there yet. They can put a pretty tall team on the court.
There is Dorsey driving the lane, and instead of dishing it off, taking it himself, and a rebound pulled down by McKnight. So the Gales will start with their first time on offense. Laver to Alvis. To Kyle Greathouse. The Gales, one of those content offensives, not unlike Fisher Catholic, pass the ball around till they find an open man. Beatty, look for him to have a strong game. Here's Alvis on the fadeaway. It's no good off the glass, and a rebound pulled down by Will Smith. Tim, one thing we always talk about, that ball off of Westerville North and out of bounds in the first turnover of the ball game. One thing we always talk about when we come tournament time, and especially when we get here to the Coliseum, is the fact that it's very rare for these players to play in a situation like this where the baskets are so far away from the seats and that depth perception sometimes can be a little tricky until they get used to it.
Well, you hear a lot of people talk about that. I really think these kids will get over that pretty quickly.
Kyle Greathouse attempts a three-pointer. It's no good. And again, Will Smith on the rebound. The guard has pulled down 2 boards already for the Warriors. Rodman, number 44, out on top. He's the one that Tim mentioned earlier, the fact that he might be one of the key players in this game. Smith will take the shot, in and out, no good, and the tip, no good, and pulled down by Chad McKnight. Then he hits the deck. Almost a spectacular tip in there, but once again, we are scoreless. We've played almost 2 minutes now, and we have yet to crack the scoreboard. Kyle Greathouse again, wide open from 3. There it is. Kyle Greathouse gets the first points on the board for the Golden Gales, and it's a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, especially shooting from the corner, Andy. That backboard doesn't make any difference how much space there is behind it.
Here's Rodman, but he'll dish it off. Dorsey, he'll take the running jump towards it. No good. Alvis with a nice box out, but that ball is tipped away, and then it's on the floor, and it's saved, and a nice job of saving it by Newman. Rodman on a spin, off the glass, no good, and here's the Gales on a run. Beatty, left-handed, it's good, and it's 5-0 Gales.
Well, I think that's going to work well for the Gales tonight. I think if they can get out and run, these guys are crashing the board for Westerville North.
Westerville North don't want to lay any labels on them, but definitely look like they play street basketball. They've spread it out and then just let someone make an athletic move and go. Here's a shot outside, no good. Bounced around, picked up, and banked back up, and it's good. And the first bucket for the Warriors belongs to Mike Newman. So it's 5-2. There's Coach Greathouse as he and his coaching staff always donning the flowers as they get to tournament time. Laver is pushed, and we're going to get the first foul of the ball game. And it goes against Dorsey, his first, team's first.
Well, the Westerville North crowd wanted to travel on that, but the official called it a foul.
Well, in this situation where when you get pushed, that's the reason why you travel, that's a little different. Alvis boxed in, will have to pass it out. The Gales, the guests on the scoreboard. Here's McKnight taking it from about 9 feet. It's no good, and then Alvis picks up the foul as he runs into Cooper. And I tell you what, Tim, Matt Alvis is a big kid himself, but Kerr's got him by a few pounds.
Yes, I'd say he does. He's a big fellow.
So the first foul of the game for the Gales goes to Matt Alvis. The Warriors take it out underneath their own bucket. 4:22 to play in the first quarter, 5-2 Gales on top. And we've got our crack A #1 crew in here tonight. We've got Brian Callahan down on the floor giving us the floor shots. Bob Campetti up on top giving us the top camera shots from the Coliseum. Here's the dish inside. The ball still maxed around, and he stepped on the out-of-bounds line, and Rodman turns it over. So the Gales, under a three-quarter court pressure from the Warriors, bring it down. Alvis has the shot, doesn't take it, however. Here's McKnight, open, goes to the hoop, and he puts it in. Chad may not be as tall as the guys out there guarding him. Matter of fact, he's giving up 2-3 inches in some cases. He's not used to that, but in this case, he plays just as tall as they do.
Well, I think that three-quarter court press is going to open up a lot of fast break opportunities for the Gales as the night wears on here.
Here's a fadeaway from Cooper, and he gets his first 2 of the ball game. And the referee stops the clock as the ball started to roll out of bounds. So the Gales will throw it in. Greathouse to Beatty. Baseball pass down to Alvis. Laver in the paint, dishes over McKnight. McKnight off the glass, no good, and a rebound is controlled by Will Smith. That's his 3rd rebound. The Warriors again spreading out the offense. All 5 of their players at one point, they're standing outside the three-point arc. And now we see Cliff McGowan up off the bench. Here's Dorsey taking a 3, and it's good. And we're tied at 7. Beatty gets it in to Greathouse, and again, the Gales easily break the pressure of Westerville North. Laver to Beatty. Beatty, and is rejected. Yeah, Brad may think better about that again. And a bit of a mismatch. Kyle Greathouse is being guarded by George Cooper. Now they switch it back. Here's McKnight on the fadeaway, no good. Cooper on the rebound.
That's where the height of Westerville North really comes into play. They forced McKnight to take a shot that he didn't really want to take.
Once again, the Warriors keep it outside, and the fadeaway jumper is up, and it's good by Newman. He's got 4 points, and like that, the Warriors have their first lead, 9-7. A little more offense than I thought initially after going 2 minutes without a score. Here's Alvis with the baseline jumper. It's no good. McKnight on the rebound, and he can't get it to go. Right there, I don't know if he was touched from behind, but that's something that Chad, who led Central Ohio in field goal percentage, and a jump away or fadeaway by Cooper, and Cooper has 4 points. Westerville North is going to make some wholesale substitutions with 1:15 to play here in the first. Laver has got it for 3, and it's good. Josh Laver puts the Gales back to within 1, 11-10.
Boy, it's amazing how a three-point shot will cure a lot of ails. Cure a lot what ails you.
Well, the Westerville North crowd had started to get into it, but now down to 53 seconds to play, and here's the shot from 3, no good, and Alvis on the rebound for the Gales. See if the Gales push it or hold it back. Right now, looks like they may back with 40 seconds. They may go for the final shot. Coach Greathouse yelling out some instructions to his team. With 30 seconds, they will hold it, looks like now, for the last shot. Quick-paced, lively first quarter. Don't mean to jinx anything, but so far so good. The Warriors of Westerville North leading 11-10. We're down to 13 seconds. And now the Gales start the offense. 9 seconds. Laver to Beatty. Beatty goes baseline, in trouble, puts it up, no good. Ball tipped, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, the score is Westerville North 11, the Golden Gales 10.
Okay, class, a woman lives 6 miles from the bank, and she needs to be there in 4 minutes. How fast must she drive?
Me.
Yes.
63 miles per hour.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
Ooh, pick me.
Yes, in the back.
She wouldn't have to drive if she banks at the Friendly Bremen Bank. She can do all her banking online.
You can't do that.
Yes, you can transfer funds, make payments, and look up your checks on the internet.
You can do all that at the Friendly Bremen Bank?
Absolutely.
I bet he gets an A.
Do you remember the good old days when gas was 18 cents a gallon and car repair was honest and reliable? At Heston's Auto Service and Used Cars, they've been honest and reliable for over 56 years. Jim and Shirley Heston have made a commitment to maintain the same service you would receive back then. That's why Used Car Center. Heston's Auto Service and Used Cars, 603 Lincoln Avenue, Lancaster.
There you see the scoreboard from the Coliseum, 11-10. That's in favor of Westerville North. Andy Rice, Tim Welsh here with you tonight as the Golden Gales have their first round tournament action here in Division I. Obviously playing twice during the regular season. We mentioned this earlier, and they split the series, a game apiece. The Gales still with their original starting 5, and the Warriors have brought in 3 fresh bodies. So they may try and keep things going, and now we get a jump ball, and that's going to be a turnover for the Gales to Westerville North. And now we're going to see another sub as Rodman will sit down. So we got 4 fresh players in for Westerville North. Volan, McGowan, Fowler, and we look for the other one, 22, Michael Joseph.
Travis Travis Parsons also in the game for Westerville North. He puts up a 3.
And that's up and it's good. It's Parsons. And like that, the Gales, who don't want to have to play comeback in this ball game, trail now by 4 points, 14-10. Beatty in trouble, has to dish it back out to Greathouse. Greathouse, Alvis underneath the bucket. Nice pass, and he's fouled as he puts it in. And they give it to number 22, Michael Joseph, his first. And Andy Boner comes in the ball game for the Golden Gales. Alvis cans his three-point play as Alvis will sit down in the ball game, number 42 for the Gales. So Coach Greathouse getting some fresh legs out there himself. Coach Thuman for Westerville North has got a whole fresh lineup in there. Here's the back pass, McGowan, nothing there. Now he'll back, turn around, put up the shot. It's no good, and falling back, his left hand puts it up and in, and the Warriors back up by 3, 16-13.
Well, you see Cliff McCowan making a sophomore mistake there. He took a shot he shouldn't have taken, the 6'8". Yeah, I guess he's a senior.
Well, makes another mistake there by fouling Chad McKnight. And for McKnight, he's got to be aggressive down underneath the boards. He can't be intimidated by that extra size. McGowan's first. McKnight with 2 points in the ball game. First shot up and it's good. The winner of this ball game has to wait a whole week before they play again as McKnight makes the next one. It's one thing about the Division I districts here at the Coliseum is that there's so many teams that they have to spread it out.
Well, not only are there so many teams, but there are a lot of teams that have already played each other once during the regular season.
Here's the feed in, now they lob it down to McGowan, puts up the shot off the glass and it's good. And tell you what, size is just so important, and especially high school basketball. McGowan just stood there with a couple of Gales swatting at the basketball and just really shot the ball right over the top of him.
Well, and the one thing he did not do as a tall man, you got to keep the ball up above your head, and he kept the ball up. He didn't bring it down. That's when the defensive player can slap it away.
Well, Andrew Totten tried to fish one inside and got a little too much spin on that pass, and it spun right out of bounds. So the Gales turn it over. Trailing by 3. The Warriors have the basketball with the lead and 5:15 to play in the first half. Boland thought about making a charge. Here's McGowan taking a shot from the elbow, no good. Trying to crash in on the boards, and I think he's going to pick up his second foul quickly. And it is. So McGowan picks up his second foul, and we're going to get a substitution in, but it's too late now. Well, now they'd handed the basketball over, and Coach Greathouse not real happy about that. As you see him, he'll go get his son Kyle and put him in, since they're going to go ahead and let some substitutions come in. Newman comes back in for Westerville North. Not a bad crowd on hand. An early ball game. It's a 6:15 ball game, which for a lot of people, that's a tough time to, by the time you get out of work and have to make the trip up here to the Cow Palace, it's kind of tough to get here, but there is a nice crowd on hand for both schools. And I tell you what, that 70 construction is just going to be wonderful starting next week, I can tell. Here's a shot by Beatty, it's no good, and Boland on the rebound, and he comes away with it on the run. Behind his back with the dribble, and then the Warriors will pull it back out. I don't know if he was out of control or just showboating. What do you think?
I think there's a little bit of both.
Here's a shot, no good, and Totten grabs the tipped rebound. Here's Beatty, and the ball tipped out of bounds, and a good job that time by Parsons to come in and knock that one away. And now we're going to get some substitutions back in for Westerville North as we start to see the starting lineup come back in for the Warriors. Voland is the only one that stays out there.
Well, they got their version of the Twin Towers in there with George Cooper at 6'6" and Mike Newman, the sophomore, at 6'9".
Cross-court pass, back to Laver. Laver to Greathouse. Now they are going to pass around. They try to go cross-court, and it's tipped out of bounds, and the Gales will keep it. 4:03 to play here in the first half. Laver cross courts. Boner, a three-point shooter, but has yet to even look at the basket yet when he gets the basketball, as the Gales have all three of their three-point guns out there. Greathouse has to stop it. Nice in feed to Totten off the glass, no good. And there for the pickup and the putback is Chad McKnight. He's got 6 points. The Gales keeping it close, 18-17, as Beatty gets ready to come back in for the Gales. Dorsey thought about it. Wide open is Voland, and then he gets fouled, and he puts it in as Laver tried to go over and save at least the easy bucket. But Voland with the left hand, I'm going to guess he's left-handed because that's twice now that he's put it up that way. There you see Josh Laver, and sure getting a little earful from the bench there.
Well, that was just a power move by Voland, and he should have let him have the bucket.
Boner comes out of the ball game, and back in is Beatty. Voland has 4 points, trying to get the traditional three-pointer here, and he does so. So it's a 4-point lead. That matches the largest lead for the Warriors, 21-17, and the ball tipped and it's stolen. That's the first time the Gales have yet to break the press by the Warriors, and the first turnover off the press. Here's the jump shot way off the mark, and we might get the chant of the air ball from the far side. Here's Laver stopping, in trouble, dishes back out the Greathouse, and the Gales set it up. Nice, fast down underneath the McKnight, and he puts it in, he's fouled. 8 points for McKnight here in the first half. The foul's going to go against Voland, his first. And Voland will check back out. Will Smith back in for Westerville North, and McKnight again could bring the Gales to within a point.
I think Voland might have sprained something. He comes off the court limping a little bit.
Well, he's taking his shoe off. I don't know if that means ankle or... But McKnight is 3 for 3 from the line. He's got 9 points in the ball game as Coach Greathouse shouts his approval. 2.5 minutes to play here in the first half. 21-20. Here's the feed inside. Ball's on the floor, and it's another turnover for the Golden Gales as they are able to get the ball back and could take the lead again as Laver is blocked, and the ball is not going to be during the shot. It'll be on the floor. Waiting to see the ball, or the foul, that is, goes against Rodman, his first. Laver to inbound for the Gales. Gets it into Totten. Nothing there. Beatty will drive. Dorsey thought he had something there, but
he was going to go coast to coast with that steal, wasn't he?
Laver loses the basketball, but is able to go back and get it. Beatty from the foul line. It's good, and the Gales retake the lead for the first time in quite a while, 22-21. Under 2 minutes to play in the first half. Oh, I think that's even traveling in the NBA, I think.
It's traveling any place.
Another turnover for Westerville North, and the Gales, who after having an early lead in the first quarter, saw the Warriors fight back and take the lead, and at one point held a 4-point lead. Now the Gales back up a point and could actually push their lead as we're down to a minute and a half to play in the first. Beatty loses the ball, but he was able to go back and pick it up.
Well, you'll wonder how the Westerville North team will come out in the second half, because this pace has really favored Lancaster, and Lancaster's kept it close in the first half.
There we go. Well, when something bad happens, the Gales able to make a good out of it as Totten had the ball knocked away. Chad McKnight, 24-21 Gales lead. We'll be back after this.
BW3 Buffalo Wild Wings. Lots of sports, lots of fun.
We're back at the Coliseum. They surprised us, took just a 20-second timeout there, so we're able to fill in one of our sponsors here during that break. 24-21 with 1:09 left to play here in the first half.
Boy, Andy, it didn't take Coach Stuman from Westerville North long to call timeout after that slam by McKnight, did it?
Well, Coach Greathouse trying to help the officials out a little bit, but he's not going to win the argument. He tried to get them right there. When it happens right in front of the bench like that, the Warriors able to keep it with 55 seconds to play in the first half. The Gales lead it by 3, 24-21. From the elbow, the shot is no good, and the rebound pulled down by Beatty. And now the Gales surely will hold it for the final shot and will try to push out their lead to 5 points and possibly 6.
Coach Greathouse immediately off the bench when they got that rebound and said, slow it down, just relax.
Well, the Gales content to hold it. The Warriors aren't going to come out and guard them. They'll just take it down to about 10 seconds, where it's 18 right now. Down to 10. Let's see how they do this. Greathouse with 5. Laver from the corner. It's off the mark, no good, and that is the end of the first half of play. After 1, the score is the Golden Gales 24, the Westerville North Warriors 21. We'll be back with more right after we take this timeout.
Hi, I'm Fairfield County Commissioner Alan Reed. Did you know that paper and paper products are abundant in our homes, schools, and businesses? You can help reduce the waste and save valuable natural resources by simply taking advantage of the many recycling centers, drop-off programs, and curbside programs in our county. Encourage your school or office to begin recycling cardboard and high-grade paper. You can help keep Fairfield County a great place to live.
You buy your insurance from an 800 number, but do you know that person? And will they be there when you need them? At Wentz Fletcher, a motorist insurance agency, you know who you are dealing with. You see them in the community, and when you call, you deal with a person, not a machine. Wentz Fletcher and Motorist Insurance. You've known us for nearly 30 years. Call us at 653-5535 with your insurance questions. We can help. Wentz Fletcher Insurance, 1601 East Main Street, Lancaster. If you want reliable high-speed internet services, call OhioHills.com. OhioHills.com is a regional company that is big on customer service. So when you call, you'll talk to a person, not a recording.
Hi, I'm Laura Hofstetter, owner of OhioHills.com. And you have my personal guarantee that we'll do everything we can to earn and keep your business.
Providing high-speed digital internet services with local access for Central and Southeast Ohio. Call OhioHills.com or visit our website at www.ohiohills.com. Only at Don's Furniture in Lancaster can you get great buys like this traditional living room group with sofa, love seat, 3 tables, and 2 lamps, plus the pillows for just $7.99. Or this full-size futon with mattress for only $158. Or this multicolor heavy-duty bunk bed, perfect for a growing family at $188. All this and more at Don's Furniture and Mattress Showroom, 1118 East Main Street in Lancaster. Or visit them on the web at www.donsfurniture.com. Custom Travel, located at 612 Forest Rose Avenue in Lancaster, is your full-service travel agency. Their qualified staff has over 30 years of combined experience at finding the best rates on cruises, tours, airline tickets, hotels, and car rentals. They can provide assistance with your group travel plans. Local boys basketball teams travel to their holiday tournaments using Custom Travel. Why not book your next trip with Fairfield County's most trusted travel agency?
You're on your own.
Back at the Fairgrounds Coliseum, Andy Rice, Tim Welsh at halftime with the Golden Gales lead 24-21. Gales led in the first half by Chad McKnight out of the post position. 11 points for the big guy, and that's going to get some pretty tall competition inside. And Tim, I'd have to think you'd agree with me that that's what the Gales needed to do, is take it right after those big guys like that.
Well, he started off the game, it seemed a little bit tentative in there, and he seemed like he was a little bit intimidated by their height, but he's gotten a lot more aggressive in the second quarter, and he's able to get a lot of points just pulling down a rebound and going back up strong like he should.
The rest of the Gales scoring has 4 for Brad Beatty and 3 apiece for Laver, Greathouse, and Alvis. Westerville North, pretty balanced, Dave. Matt Voland has 5, 4 apiece for Newman and Cooper, 3 apiece for Dorsey and Parsons, and 2 for McGowan. So they've kind of got their offense spread out. Once again, we're at halftime where the Golden Gales lead this one 24-21. We'd like to thank once again our sponsors for bringing this game to you. As always, our regular season sponsors, Tiberio's Ristorante in downtown Lancaster, Don's Furniture on East Main Street, Wentz Fletcher Insurance, OhioHills.com, Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips, and of course it's the Lenten season, Tim. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Heston's Auto Service and Used Cars, and of course Tiki Bowling Lanes, and Tim and I will be picking our Tiki Bowling Lanes player of the ball game. And we also like to thank our new tournament sponsors, BW3s on Memorial Drive, Custom Travel on 6th Avenue and Forest Rose, the Fairfield Christian Church, the Friendly Bremen Bank, and JPL Insurance. We'll be back with the start of the second half, but first we're going to take this timeout.
Russell Johnson, Senior Pastor of Fairfield Christian Church, invites you to join the church family every Sunday morning for a celebration of praise and worship. We offer many ministry opportunities for children, teens, and adults. We look forward to extending a warm greeting to you. Fairfield Christian Church, a grace place where you are very welcome.
There you are at a party at your best friend's home. They just installed the most beautiful white carpet. You're wearing your new red high heel shoes. The sprinkler system was running and your shoes got wet. Oh no! The shoes are running red all over the carpet. Will your homeowner's insurance pay for new carpet?
The insurance professionals at the JPL Insurance Agency and Ohio Mutual can answer this question and many more. If you'd like answers to all of your insurance questions and receive the best in customer care, call us today.
BW3. BW3, what are you waiting for?
Okay, everybody, time for recess. Except for you, young man.
Me, Miss Dubelheimer?
You haven't been paying attention in math class.
But I have been doing my math online with the Friendly Bremen Bank.
Online?
Yes. Right from here, you can make bank payments, check balances, and look up your paid checks.
Will the Friendly Bremen Bank let you transfer money between accounts?
They sure will. It's all so easy.
Internet banking. We've got it.
Can David come out and play?
Back at the Fairgrounds Coliseum at halftime where the Gales lead 24-21, and Tim, we talked about this ball game and all the Central District action that's going on, but one of the teams that we'll be following, unless something really mysterious happens tonight, is Fisher Catholic. They are playing Marion Catholic tonight, but should they win, and looks like they'll be having a good matchup Saturday against Centerburg, a team that during the regular season, I believe, went 15-5. And that'll be a good matchup this coming Saturday.
Well, don't discount Marion Catholic tonight either, because they've got this McCants kid that is the real deal. When Fisher played Marion Catholic at Marion the first game of the season, they beat him 91-58, I think was the score, and this McCants kid had 35 points. He was absolutely unconscious. If he gets off to a good start, and if Fisher sputters at all offensively, look out for Marion Catholic.
Well, when you got an older brother that's playing at Northwestern, you know, that's not bad. When we come back, we're going to have the second half tip-off, but first we're going to take this timeout.
Ti ho portato nel locale della mia sorella.
Sì.
Ci si mangia bene.
Sì, sì.
E dove si spende poco.
Sì.
È vero, Luciana?
Sì.
You don't have to travel overseas for real Italian cooking. Tiberio's Ristorante in downtown Lancaster.
Hi, I'm Fairfield County Commissioner Judy Shoup, here with students from Liberty Union Middle School, reminding you to always dispose of your waste tires in a legal and environmentally safe method.
Tires which are stockpiled hold stagnant waters that provide an ideal habitat for mosquitoes that could spread disease.
That's why my friends and I took a summer and helped to rid the county of this illegal tire dump. These kids have made the right choice. Won't you? With your help, we can stop illegal dumping in Fairfield County and keep our county beautiful.
It's almost Easter, which means Lenten specials at Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips. Try the two-piece original or the seasoned shrimp. And backed by popular demand, oysters. Or try our delectable white meat chicken. Lenten time or any time is the right time for Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips. 732 North Memorial Drive, Lancaster.
So, what do you want to do?
I don't care.
We could just hang.
Just hang? Yeah, that's fine. Whatever.
Who let the dogs out? 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 But the party was nice, the party was pumping. Hey, yeah.
Call Tiki Lanes for dates and times at the next Thunder Alley.
And we're just about ready to start the second half of play. The Golden Gales lead 24-21 over the Westerville North Warriors. Andy Rice and Tim Welsh along with the IVP sports crew. And of course, this has been one of those seesaw battles, and we kind of expected it, and kind of be interesting to see how the Gales go about their second half. And Tim, I know that you haven't had a chance to see the Gales a whole lot this year, but just the fact that they started to run a little bit with Westerville North kind of surprised me, because Jack is really one to try and hold the ball back and set up an offense.
Well, I think you can look for them to pack the defense in the second half, try to take away that inbounds pass into the post man, control those defensive boards a little better than they did in the first half. Westerville North got a few too many offensive rebounds, I think, to suit Coach Greathouse, and let Westerville North beat you with the three. And that three-quarter court press actually opens up a lot of running opportunities for these Gales, and they should take advantage of them. And that's where their running opportunities are going to come up.
Well, there you see the big cog in the offense for the Golden Gales so far. That was Chad McKnight. The Gales have the basketball to start in the second half throw-in, brought to you by the Notestone CPA firm. You want to visit them on the web at www.notestonecpa.com or give them a call, and they'll be happy to help you out with all your tax needs. The Gales try to extend their three-point lead here at the beginning of the second half of play. Albus from the elbow. It's short, no good, and Dorsey on the rebound for the Warriors. Little off balance, but how about that? Tell you what, Rodman really had no sense to shoot that, but he still put up the shot. falling away and falling down and got it to go.
That had no business going in. That was a forced shot.
So it's a 1-point game again, 24-23 Gales lead. And a foul away from the basketball, looks like. And it goes against number 40, Mike Newman. That's his first. That's the first team foul here in the second half for the Warriors. Really not a lot of fouling in the first half, and that's always a good thing to see, as Chad McKnight definitely has got the touch. He's got 13 points already.
Well, and Westerville North has been guarding the arc so well against the three-guard offense of Lancaster that once they get the ball into McKnight, that's going to open up those three-pointers for him.
Newman tries to back it in, no good. Here's Rodman up over the top, and all of a sudden Rodman comes out to play. He's got both of his team's buckets here in the second half.
After going scoreless in the first half.
Well, once again, the Gales break the pressure easily from the Warriors. Looks like Westerville North playing a little tighter on the defense here in the second half, and there we get a foul, and that goes against Newman again. That's his second.
Newman's a 6'9" sophomore, just created 2 fouls in about less than 2 minutes.
That's the one thing about Westerville North. They've got some youth on this team, and some big youth. They'll be a team to be reckoned with in the next couple years. But the Gales can say the same thing, although the Gales really never have a lot of height, as McKnight, that's his first miss of the night from the foul line. The Gales always seem to reload. Again, a very strong reserve season from Coach Kaufman's team, as the second shot by McKnight goes in, and he's got his team's 3 points here in the second half. It's a 2-point game, 27-25. Smith to Rodman, guarded by Beatty. Dorsey's got the open shot, way off the mark, and Laver grabs it for the Gales, and he's on the run. Laver goes with the left hand off the glass, and it's good. 5 points for Josh Laver. And the Gales have their largest lead now, 29-25.
You see the Gales packing in that zone, trying to keep their hands up to stop that inbound pass to the middle.
Here's Rodman with the shot, no good. Beatty goes off the glass, it's good, and he's fouled. Will Smith picks up the foul. Beatty gets the bucket. He's got 6, and he's going to try for a conventional 3, and just a 20-second timeout called, so we'll keep it right here as Brad Beatty takes it coast to coast, is able to use his body, Tim, and not only draw the foul, but get the shot to go with the left hand.
Well, and usually you're going to get a foul on that. The Westerville North crowd didn't like that call, but you're going to get that call just about every time.
As we noted, the fact that the Central District Division I has so many teams that the winner tonight has to wait a whole week before they come back and play again. And Tim, you've got the brackets there. They'd be playing the winner of the game, I believe, just after this, which is Hilliard, Darby and Gahanna. And I think that a lot of people were hoping for a Lancaster-Newark rematch, but that's not going to happen after Newark lost in the first round to Darby.
Well, and the Gale Force beat Gahanna twice this year.
Beatty tries to complete the three-pointer, and he does. So Beatty has 7, and the Gales have their largest lead at 7, 32-25. On the baseline, with the right hand, no good, and Laver again with the backdoor rebound.
Boy, it looks like the Gales are actually looking to run with every rebound, Andy.
Well, here's Laver from the elbow, it's no good, and Dorsey on the rebound. Now here come the Warriors on the run. And Laver takes it right away from him. Laver, let's see if he goes for it. How about that? He tried to get the body foul and the layup, but unable to get it to go, but he's going to go to the line, and Worse yet for Westerville North, that goes against Newman, his third foul. So Laver with 5 points in the game will go to the line to shoot 2. Doesn't waste any time, puts the first one in. As the PA announcer here at the Coliseum calls him Josh Levier. The French pronunciation of that. Laver gets the ball, puts it up, and it's good. That's when you can tell confidence. You get the ball, spin it around a couple times. There's the culprit, if you want to call him that. But I tell you what, he's been doing the PA announcing here for about 92 years, I think. So just about 4.5 minutes, and all of a sudden in trouble is Joseph, and then he has to dish it back out as Westerville North brings in some wholesale substitutions. McGowan over Voland. How about that? Tried to lay that one up left-handed. Gets the rebound back, and he puts it up, and it's good. Voland with 7 points off the bench for Westerville North. The lead back to 7 for the Gales. Greathouse with the baseball pass down to Alvis. Laver's got the 3. Nope, off the glass, no good. And Chad McKnight thought he might be able to get away with on there. A little push underneath. And for Chad, that's his first foul. The first team foul for the Gales in the second half. Only the third foul against the Gales in the whole ball game.
Yeah, that's when you wish there were only 2 referees and not 3, because he would have gotten away with that with a 2-referee crew.
The Gales playing very tight defense on the outside. They're not going to let Westerville North have an open 3, that's for sure. Nice job by McGowan. He did the old fake backdoor pass and then took it himself and is fouled in the process. That goes against McKnight, his second foul within a minute. And Andrew Totten will come up off the bench for the Gales. McGowan goes to the line to shoot 2. The first one is good. 3 points for McGowan. McKnight will take a breather. McKnight has 14 points in the ball game, so this is a chunk of offense coming out for the Gales right now. McGowan's second shot is good. And it's a 5-point game, 34-29. Laver across the timeline. Looked like he might drive the middle, but instead decides to pull it back, let the Gales run the offense. Beatty back outside. Laver lost it. Threw it off of Voland's foot, so the Gales will keep the ball out underneath their own bucket. 3:22 to play here in the third quarter. It's Coach Greathouse and his Gales lead 34-29. Here's Laver. Goes to the paint. Off the glass, it's good. Josh Laver taking over the scoring here in the second half. He's got 9 points now, 6 in the quarter.
Gales packing back in that zone.
Going to make Westerville North beat him outside. They get it inside to Voland. Tries the left-hander this time, can't get it to go. And he picking the ball up on the dribble. And then Totten lost control of it, but he's able to get it back up and in. First bucket for Andrew Totten. And the Gales have a 9-point lead, 38-29.
Well, and Andy, that has really worked out well for the Gales, being able to get out and run, because they're getting a lot of nice opportunities on the open court.
How about that, coming in from the backside with a nice dish up and in, and that is Calvin Fowler. Down to Matt Alvis, wide open. Well, we're just going to exchange buckets. Alvis gets his first bucket of the second half, 5 points for him. And the Gales have it by 9 again, 40-31 with 2:04 to play in the third quarter.
Well, the Warriors were just confused on that inbounds pass and allowed a full court length pass, basically.
Usually it's Alvis throwing the baseball pass, but there's a nice turnaround up and it's good. McGowan with 6 points in the game. And there's going to be a turnover for the Gales. No, they're going to say it was off Westerville North. Coach Thuman and the Westerville North crowd not real happy about it. But the Gales will keep the basketball as Chad McKnight comes back in for Matt Albus. Evidently, it must have hit the foot of one of the Warriors. Lever in trouble, gets it to Greathouse, to Beatty. Beatty, how about that? Not bad. Brad Beatty with the drive, puts the Gales back up by 9.
Yeah, if you can get that ball across half court in a hurry with that 3/4 court press, you're going to always end up with 3-on-2 or 4-on-2 at the other end, and that's exactly what happened on that possession for the Gales.
Well, the thing is that so far that has not worked at all for Westerville North except one time. You think they'd fall back out of it. Here's McGowan with the turnaround, no good. He gets his own rebound, goes in strong and puts it in. Well, one thing for sure, Tim, they're letting them play down in the middle there.
Yes, they are.
And we're going to get a blocking foul called on Michael Joseph, his second foul. 54 seconds to play in the third quarter. And checking into the ball game for the Golden Gales is Stuart Perlow checking in. Perlow able to give McKnight a breather as the Gales have a 7-point lead, and we'll slow it down for the final shot here of the third quarter. And now Coach Thuman tells his players, come on out. Let's put some pressure on them. Down to 23 seconds. They want to keep the pressure on. Down to 17. Gales may be looking for a backdoor pass now since Westerville North is coming out to guard them. There it is, Totten, and he loses control of the basketball, and it's picked up with 5 seconds. Joseph across the timeline, tries to bounce it in, and it's kicked with 1 second. Westerville North will have to inbound and get a shot off in midair.
Well, you never know what 1 second on the scoreboard really means. It could be 1.9 seconds. It could be less than 1 second.
Olin tries to lob it in, and Kyle Greathouse throws the baseball pass off the glass, and that is the end of the third quarter of play. After 3, the Gales open it up, 42-35. We'll be back with the fourth quarter right after this.
Do you remember the good old days when gas was 18 cents a gallon and car repair was honest and reliable? At Heston's Auto Service and Used Cars, they've been honest and reliable for over 56 years. Jim and Shirley Heston have made a commitment to maintain the same service you would receive back then. That's why generations of families have made Heston's their service and used car center. Heston's Auto Service and Used Cars, 603 Lincoln Avenue, Lancaster.
VW3 Buffalo Wild Wings. Lots of sports, lots of fun.
There you see the scoreboard. The Gales lead 42-35. Andy Rice and Tim Welsh. There's our vantage point up here in the loft as the Gales out on defense trying to hold on to that 7-point lead. The Warriors, who at one point in the first half led by as many as 4, and then we get a blocking foul called on Beatty. And kind of a sarcastic cheer from the Westerville North fans.
Well, Brad kind of got caught. He was trying to play good defense, and he zigged when the offensive player zagged, basically. Boy, both these teams really opened it up in the third quarter. Lancaster scoring 18 points in the quarter and Westerville North scoring 14.
Gales able to push it out as Laver has picked up more backside rebounds here in this ball game than you can shake a stick at, because all he's been doing is crashing the boards on the backside. That foul.
It's on Calvin Fowler. It's his first.
So the Gales once again faced with a full court press, although it's a man-to-man. So now Westerville North coming a little bit out of their regular trap and will just play the Gales man-to-man.
Trying to just make them work a little harder to get it past half court.
That ball tipped away and stolen, and then Alvis picks up the foul as he tried to reach in and grab that basketball that was tipped away. That's the second foul for Alvis. The Gales really don't have anybody in foul trouble. Alvis and McKnight both have 2.
There haven't been very many fouls in this game at all.
And Westerville North saw Mike Newman pick up 3 fouls there in the third quarter. But other than that, that's really been the extent. A foul here and there, but it's more or less been a game that the officials have let them play. And there's another turnover. Beatty, can he go coast to coast? He tries, and he gets it to go. 11 points for Brad Beatty in the ball game. 7 here in the second half.
Boy, Kyle Greathouse did a smart thing on that fast break. He sort of held back, and in so doing, he held back a couple of defensive players.
Yeah, kind of the old pulling guard in basketball. Smith inside. Now they have to throw it back out, and Smith lost his dribble but able to pick it back up. Voland will take the 3, and it's good. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Rodman on the three-pointer. And we get a foul, as that might be the modus operandi of Westerville North here in this fourth quarter, because that will now put the Gales in the bonus. The foul going against Will Smith, his second.
Anthony Rodman's got all 7 of his points here in the second half.
Kyle Greathouse will go to the line. Now Voland checks in. Greathouse with 3 points in the ball game, and that was a three-pointer that started off the scoring for the Gales here in the ball game. His first shot is short. So a little unusual. Kyle usually pretty much of a lock from the free throw line. (44-38). It's a 6-point game for the Gales. Here's the shot, in and out, no good. The ball on the floor picked up by Beatty. Let's see what he does this time. Dishes it over. How about that? McKnight tried to dunk it over a guy, was still able to get it to go. And once again, I think 9 out of 10 games this season during regular season, that would have been a foul of some sort. As we get a nice spin move by Smith. And for Will Smith, that is his first bucket.
Well, that was a good no call on that layup by McKnight, though. It could have gone either way, and in a tournament game, you don't want to sway the game by an official's call. That's just a good no call.
46-40, Gales by 6, and the Gales won a timeout, just a 20, so we'll keep it right here. They actually call them 30-second timeouts now. 5:02 left to play here in the fourth quarter, where the Gales find themselves with the lead, 46-40. Andy Rice and Tim Welsh here with you, reminding you that unless something terribly drastic happens tonight at Olentangy High School, we'll be following the Fisher Catholic Fighting Irish this coming Saturday. That's a 12:15 or a 12 o'clock start time at noon. We'll have that for you Saturday night and Sunday afternoon and Sunday night here on Channel 22. They most likely will be playing Centerburg on Channel 22 right now. You already know what that outcome is, but we can only conjecture at this point. Gales inbound to basketball with 5 minutes to play and a 6-point lead.
You get the sense, Andy, that this is a very fragile 6-point lead, too. Just a couple of breaks one way or another, and it could either become a blowout or a very, very close ball game.
McKnight takes it in strong. Well, I think if they can do that, Tim, if they can just keep getting it into McKnight, that they'll be all right. The one thing I've seen with more teams this year is when they try to be defensive of their lead as opposed to just staying on the offense, as McGowan loses the ball picked up by Alvis. A lot of teams tend to lose their leads more when they're trying to play, I guess you'd call it smart on offense and not take as many chances.
Well, there's a difference between playing not to lose and playing to win. And I think that's what you're referring to.
Well, Beatty's shot not able to go, but Chad McKnight is able to grab the rebound and keep the ball alive for the Gales. So we're down to 4 minutes to play. One of the reasons why I don't like the shot clock, and I think it's great because you got a lead, you can milk it a little bit. How about that from Kyle Greathouse?
Well, I don't even think the net moved on that shot. It just went straight up and straight down.
Nothing but the bottom of the net as Greathouse has 6 points, and it's an 11-point lead, the largest lead for the Gales, 51-40.
There's those couple of breaks I was talking about.
Well, fancy shot, but nothing there, and then Voland comes in from the backside and is able to get it to go. Voland with 9 points. Once again, the Gales able to get across the timeline, no problem. And as we close in on the 3-minute mark, the Gales once again, as Kyle Greathouse playing a little run, over McKnight is stuffed.
Oh, my.
And then we get a jump ball. And that was Will Smith over there to stuff McKnight.
5'11" Will Smith stuffing the ball on 6'6" McKnight. Unbelievable.
Now, there's no doubt McKnight was going to throw that one down, but Will Smith able to get the perfect position on it. And then a foul on the inside as McGowan fouls McKnight. That sends McKnight to the line to shoot 1-on-1. That's the 8th team foul, so 2 more before the Gales will get the 2 shots at the line.
Think McKnight will take a little ribbing in the locker room for that block?
Well, if he keeps scoring, I think he'll take it all in stride. First shot is good. He has 19, make that 20 points. Bidding to become the Tiki Bowling Lanes player of the ball game is Chad McKnight. The middle of the lane, no good. McGowan gets the tip, but he can't get it to go. That goes against Josh Laver, his 2nd foul. The 5th team foul for the Gales here in the half. As you see the Gales bench, Andrew Totten, Andy Boner, and Stuart Perlow. First shot up, and it's good by Cliff McGowan. 2 minutes, 40 seconds to play. Second shot is good, and then we get a substitution in.
Both teams have shot well from the foul line. I don't think Westerville North has missed a shot.
Well, we've got a timeout on the floor, so we'll take one ourselves. 2:40 to play, 53-44 Gales lead.
Russell Johnson, Senior Pastor of Fairfield Christian Church, invites you to join the church family every Sunday morning for a celebration of praise and worship. We offer many ministry opportunities for children, teens, and adults. We look forward to extending a warm greeting to you. Fairfield Christian Church, a grace place where you are very welcome.
By now, everyone knows the best Italian dining is located in the heart of downtown Lancaster at Tiberio's Ristorante. So we thought we would take a moment and show you what you'll find at Tiberio's. we say more? For a taste of Italy right in the heart of downtown Lancaster, Tiberio's Ristorante.
Back at the Coliseum, Andy Rice, Tim Welsh, as the Golden Gales have the basketball and the lead by 9, 53-44. With 2:25 to play, they're going to try and work it a little bit and then a kick. So the Gales will keep it.
Doesn't appear to be an all-out freeze of the ball. They're looking for good shots and only good shots. They're not going to pull up any threes, I don't think, in the next 2.5 minutes.
I think a lot of people conjectured that for a first-round game, this was probably going to be a very tough one for the Golden Gales. And it seems like they've had it that way the past couple years as we see a foul on the floor and it'll send Laver to the line. The fact that the Gales' toughest games in a tournament have usually been their first-round game, and then they get to the second, third round through those games no problem. And this season, I think, is no different.
Well, the key to tonight's effort has been Chad McKnight, obviously. First 2 games they played, December 8th, they held McKnight to 7, and January 19th, McKnight only had 10 points in that contest.
Laver's first shot is good. Laver with a lot of points here in the second half. As he's got 8 in the second half, 11 overall. 55-44, an 11-point lead for the Gales. Boland, the left-hander, dishes outside. Here's the stop and a pop. It's no good. On the floor, picked up. Shot up, and it's good. Rodman has made so many of those off-balance shots, it's unbelievable. Greathouse in trouble, gets the baseball pass to Laver. Laver to Beatty. Gales right now, I would think Andrew Totten is the only Gale on the floor that wouldn't be considered halfway of a lock from the foul line. So the Gales more than content to let themselves be fouled as Beatty is fouled. Smith picks up the foul. That's his third. Beatty's first shot is good.
Well, Westerville North's going to foul them in a couple of possessions here and see if they can pull closer, but I think if it starts to pull away, they should just drop that strategy altogether.
Well, 12 points for Brad Beatty, and with 1:41 left to play and a 10-point lead, so far looks pretty solid for the Gales. Second shot hits the rim, but does go in, and again back to an 11-point lead. The Gales come out right on them. They're not allowing them to have an open three-pointer, that's for sure, but Rodman will take it anyway, and it's no good. And then McGowan comes from behind and is able to grab it and put it back up and in.
I don't think Rodman's seen too many shots he doesn't like to take.
Laver to Greathouse. Down to Totten. Totten will put up the shot, and it's good. They get an open one like that, go ahead and take it. 4 points for Andrew Totten. And with 1:05 left to play in the ball game, the Gales keep that 11-point lead. Well, Coach Greathouse doesn't like that one at all. As Kyle picks up a touch foul on the outside, and for Kyle, that's his first foul.
Well, your best friend at this point in the game is the clock, and the only way to stop it is to foul somebody if you're on defense. So Kyle just made a cardinal sin right there.
Here's Will Smith taking the shot from 3, and it's good. And I wouldn't even really call that one an open shot, but he's able to get it to go, and it's an 8-point lead. And then a quick foul as Rodman picks up his third foul. And we'll walk all the way to the other end, and it'll be again Josh Laver going to the line to shoot 2.
Josh Laver at the line shooting 2.
First shot by Laver is good. Well, he's made a living here in the second half of the foul line. He's 5 for 5 in the half, and hopefully, Josh, I just didn't jinx you. I did. I knew it. Sorry about that. 45 seconds to play. 60-51, Gales by 9. Roadman in the lane with a shot, and it's good. And a timeout called, but we're going to wait and see. It is going to be a full timeout, so we'll take one ourselves. We'll be back with more right after we take this timeout.
If you want reliable high-speed internet services, call OhioHills.com. OhioHills.com is a regional company that is big on customer service. So when you call, you'll talk to a person, not a recording.
Hi, I'm Laura Hofstetter, owner of OhioHills.com. And you have my personal guarantee that we'll do everything we can to earn and keep your business.
Providing high-speed digital internet services with local access for Central and Southeast Ohio. Call OhioHills.com or visit our website at www.ohiohills.com. You can buy your insurance from an 800 number, but do you know that person? And will they be there when you need them? At Wentz Fletcher, a motorist insurance agency, you know who you are dealing with. You see them in the community, and when you call, you deal with a person, not a machine. Wentz Fletcher and Motorist Insurance. You've known us for nearly 30 years. Call us at 653-5535 with your insurance questions. We can help. Wentz Fletcher Insurance, 1601 East Main Street, Lancaster.
Back at the Fairgrounds Coliseum, and before we can even get back, there's a quick foul by Westerville North. And Dorsey picks up the foul, so we walk to the other end where the Gales will send Brad Beatty to the line to shoot two. Andy Boner back into the ball game for the Gales. We got that offense-defense type thing going on because Andrew Totten will check back in just as soon as this first shot goes up. The first shot is good. Well, if Westerville North's strategy was to foul the Gales here in the second half, it kind of backfired. The Gales have missed only 3 of their free throws here in the second half, and have made 12 to this point, and make that 13. 62-53, Gales by 9 with 35 seconds. Be surprised if Roadman tries to take one from Grandview Heights here. Here's the shot. And off the glass, it's good. Well, no doubt about he can score the buckets, but it's going to be a little too late as the Gales, with just 22 seconds, will send Kyle Greathouse now to the line.
All 13 of Roadman's points came here in the second half. And most of them were on shots you didn't believe were good.
That's a definite right there. Greathouse in the game has 6 points. The left-hander puts up the first shot, and it's in and out, no good. Very unusual for Kyle. He's missed both of his free throw attempts here tonight. And he gets that one to roll in. 7 points for Greathouse and 8 points for the Gales with 20. I don't think that one's going to go in, but McGowan with a nice pushback.
Boy, McGowan's been a real force on the boards this whole game. It's unfortunate. He got in foul trouble is what happened with him.
Well, Totten will check out. Boner back into the ball game. And he's got his own little cheering section over there across the way.
Need to send somebody long here.
10 seconds, actually, they don't even. And Totten will come right back in. So, at least you got to give Coach Thuman the credit that they're not just going to give up, but at this point, unless something really bad happens here in the final 11 seconds, the Gales will advance on to the second.
Well, and the Gales just need to pack in the zone, get back down at the other end of the court and pack in the zone and don't foul.
Well, that's 5 fouls on Will Smith for Westerville North, so he'll sit down and end his season with 5 points here in this ball game. Get a chance to see some of the Jack's Pack crowd over there as Laver's first shot goes in.
Substitution number 32, Andrew Totten.
Totten back into the ball game for Andy Boner as they substitute the offense and defense. Laver's second shot is good. 10 seconds. Dorsey, Rodman, let's see. Come on. There it is.
Yeah, baby.
Well, Rodman gets the shot, and then they called timeout with on the clock. 65-59. I don't know how you can get a 6-point play with 1 second left, but Westerville North takes a 20-second timeout. So we'll remind everyone once again that we'd like to thank our sponsors for joining on this season. Our regular season sponsors: Tiberio's Ristorante, Don's Furniture, Wentz Fletcher Insurance, OhioHills.com, Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips, Heston's Used Cars Service, and of course Tiki Lanes, which by the way will be picking the Tiki Bowling Lanes player of the ball game here momentarily. And our new tournament sponsors: BW3s, Custom Travel, the Fairfield Christian Church, Bremen Bank, and JPL Insurance. We'd like to thank those people for helping us bring these games to you here in the postseason.
Beatty just needs to throw the ball to the end of the court and have somebody touch it, and the ball game's over.
That is it. That is the end of the ball game. The Gales victorious 65-59 over the West Warriors. We'll be back with a look at our final stats, but first we're going to take this timeout.
Auto insurance. Everyone needs it. JPL Insurance Agency and Ohio Mutual Group can provide you with the finest in auto insurance. Whether you drive an economy compact or luxury sedan, JPL and Ohio Mutual can provide you with the protection you need at an affordable cost. For all your insurance needs, business or commercial, call the JPL Insurance Agency and ask about Ohio Mutual Group. Call 536-7326 today.
BW3. BW3, what are you waiting for?
Russell Johnson, Senior Pastor of Fairfield Christian Church, invites you to join the church family every Sunday morning for a celebration of praise and worship. We offer many ministry opportunities for children, teens, and adults. We look forward to extending a warm greeting to you. Fairfield Christian Church, a grace place where you are very welcome.
It's almost Easter, which means Lenten specials at Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips. Try the 2-piece original or the seasoned shrimp. And back by popular demand, oysters. Or try our delectable white meat chicken. Lenten time or any time is the right time for Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips. 732 North Memorial Drive, Lancaster. Only at Don's Furniture in Lancaster can you get great buys like this traditional living room group with sofa, love seat, 3 tables, and 2 lamps, plus the pillows for just $7.99. Or this full-size futon with mattress for only $158. Or this multicolor heavy-duty bunk bed, perfect for a growing family at $188. All this and more at Don's Furniture and Mattress Showroom, 1118 East Main Street in Lancaster. Or visit them on the web at www.donsfurniture.com.
Back at the Fairgrounds Coliseum where the Gales victorious tonight, 65-59. Let's run down the scoring for you. For the Golden Gales, Chad McKnight was the leading scorer with 20 points. Brad Beatty had 15 points for the Golden Gales. Josh Laver with 14, 7 for Kyle Greathouse. Matt Alvis had 5, and Andrew Totten had 4. That's 65 for the Gales. Westerville North led in scoring by Anthony Rodman's 15 all in the second half. 14 for Cliff McGowan, and he had 12 of those in the second half. So a lot of scoring off the bench for the Warriors. 9 for Voland, and then spread out amongst the rest of the players for the Warriors. Once again, the Gales victorious 65-59. When we come back, we'll take a look at our Tiki Bowling Lanes player of the ball game, but first, we'll take this timeout.
Hi, I'm Fairfield County Commissioner Alan Reed. Did you know that paper and paper products are abundant in our homes, schools, and businesses? You can help reduce the waste and save valuable natural resources by simply taking advantage of the many recycling centers, drop-off programs, and curbside programs in our county. Encourage your school or office to begin recycling cardboard high-grade paper. You can help keep Fairfield County a great place to live.
There you are at a party at your best friend's home. They just installed the most beautiful white carpet. You're wearing your new red high heel shoes. The sprinkler system was running and your shoes got wet. Oh no! The shoes are running red all over the carpet. Will your homeowner's insurance pay for new carpet?
The insurance professionals at the JPL Insurance Agency and Ohio Mutual can answer this question and many more. If you'd like answers to all of your insurance questions and receive the best in customer care, call us today.
It's almost Easter, which means Lenten specials at Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips. Try the two-piece original or the seasoned shrimp. And back by popular demand, oysters. Or try our delectable white meat chicken. Lenten time or any time is the right time for Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips. 732 North Memorial Drive, Lancaster.
What do you want to do?
I don't care.
We could just hang.
Just hang? Yeah, that's fine. Whatever.
Who let the dogs out? 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 When the party was nice, the party was pumping. Hey, yeah.
Call Tiki Lanes for dates and times of the next Thunder Alley. Only at Don's Furniture in Lancaster can you get great buys like this traditional living room group with sofa, love seat, 3 tables, and 2 lamps, plus the pillows for just $7.99. Or this full-size futon with mattress for only $158. Or this multicolor heavy-duty bunk bed, perfect for a growing family at $188. All this and more at Don's Furniture and Mattress Showroom, 1118 East Main Street in Lancaster. Or visit them on the web at www.donsfurniture.com.
Back here at the Fairgrounds Coliseum, Andy Rice and Tim Welsh. And Tim, our Tiki Bowling Lanes player of the ball game. Chad McKnight with his 20 points and really a strong second-half effort.
No doubt about it. He'd lost the intimidation over the big boys and started getting in there and playing rough and tumble right along with them.
All right, we again congratulate Chad McKnight, our Tiki Bowling Lanes player of the ball game. Once again, the final score: the Golden Gales 65, the Westerville North Warriors 59. For our entire IVP sports crew, I'm Andy Rice for Tim Welsh. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Interphase Video Productions is proud to present the High School Basketball Game of the Week, brought to you by Tiberio's Ristorante, Community Action and Litter Prevention, Wentz Fletcher Insurance, OhioHills.com, Heston's Auto Service and Used Cars, Don's Furniture, Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips, The Friendly Bremen Bank, BW3s, Custom Travel, Fairfield Christian Church, JPL Insurance, and Tiki Bowling Lanes.